This is the National News Desk, America's News Now. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. We're glad you're here with us. I'm Dee Dee Gatton, and we begin with President Trump making good on his promise to crack down on crime in our nation's capital by federalizing the National Guard and putting several other cities on notice in doing so. Jeff Harris joins us from the Live Desk with more on this unprecedented move from the White House, Jeff.
And we are live to Washington, D.C. tonight, Dee Dee, where 800 National Guard troops will be taking to the streets in the coming days to address crime in our nation's capital. D.C.'s police force is also now under federal control.
Our capital city has been overtaken by violent gangs and bloodthirsty criminals, roving mobs of wild youth, drugged out maniacs and homeless people. And we're not going to let it happen anymore. We're not going to take it.
Now, any request to take control of the city's police department for more than 30 days must be passed into law. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth spoke about what residents can expect from troops patrolling the district.
There's no rogue law enforcement going on from the National Guard, but there's also the application of common sense. We're not going to have National Guards just sitting there like this, seeing a crime committed and not do something about it. You can help somebody, interdict, temporarily detain like we did in Los Angeles, and hand over to law enforcement. Those are the types of things the National Guard can be trained to do.
Now, some residents protested the federal takeover. According to D.C. police, violent crime has actually fallen year over year in the past 2 years. Homicides down 12%, assaults with a dangerous weapon down 20%, robberies down 28%, and sexual abuse down 50%. But regardless of these stats, some people are still living in fear.
Some shots, some bangs. We've seen police officers running in all directions.
I almost feel a little desensitized to it in a way because it seems to be of the norm.
It's actually pretty scary that these teenagers own guns.
Live to Baltimore, Los Angeles, also Chicago tonight, all cities that the president signaled out as potential future targets as he seeks to expand his crackdown on crime.
And continuing our coverage of the D.C. takeover, President Trump says he blames crime in U.S. cities on no cash bail policies. Listen.
No cash bail. By the way, every place in the country where you have no cash bail is a disaster. That's what started the problem in New York, and they don't change it.
And no cash bail policies are meant to prevent people arrested for nonviolent or low-level crimes from being held in jail solely because they don't have enough money to post bail. It can also allow more dangerous criminals to remain in jail even if they can't afford to post bond. Trump says he wants to change those statutes using the Republican-controlled Congress, but didn't offer further details. Lawyers for President Trump and California Governor Gavin Newsom squared off in court today. The legal battle is to determine whether the Trump administration violated a 147-year-old law when he deployed the National Guard to quell protests over immigration raids. The deployment came over the objections of Newsom. The Democratic governor filed the lawsuit in June against Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, accusing the two of violating the 10th Amendment and the Posse Comitatus Act. Trump's lawyers say the act doesn't provide a mechanism for a civil lawsuit.